Hi. Tonight at 6:30 there was another press conference called by Prime Minister Rutte and Minister Hugo de Jonge of General Health. Before I continue with the translation of this conference, you have to know something. Yesterday, during a debate within the chamber, the Minister of Medical Care, Bruno Bruins, he fell down while debating. He got sick and he sort of fainted. And then today he officially resigned. He handed his resignation to the king. So the Prime Minister is addressing this matter first.
Dames en heren, goedenavond. Opnieuw een aantal mededelingen in het kader van de coronacrisis. Ik geef als eerste het woord aan de minister-president.
Goedenavond allemaal en zoals u inmiddels heeft vernomen
As you have heard, unfortunately, Bruno Bruins, as of now, resigned as Minister of Medical Care and Sports. It has to do with being overtired, but also the combination of having to take rest immediately and uncertainty of how long that recovery will take. And he has said, given the situation that we're in, actually, I need to resign immediately, because the nature of this crisis asks for a minister who can immediately stand on his feet again and go for it. So this uncertainty about his recovery time in combination with the corona crisis makes it impossible to continue. I want to say the following. I have seen this man from the start in the cabinet and during the crisis work extremely hard to make sure that Holland could and can respond to the events that are happening and that are confronting us. He in particular worked very hard to make sure hospitals are prepared. It's work that we can build upon now. Important questions, important subjects like the capacity of intensive care departments, providing the personal protection products, so the aids like the masks and everything healthcare the health workers need. He has been a leader in this process. But all the other work he has done for hospitals, sports, the past few years, I want to thank him incredibly. I think it's very sad that this is the way it ends for him. I respect his decision. I can only respect it. I called him this morning. He was set upon this. I asked him to take the weekend to think about it, but I couldn't make him change his mind. He said, no, I feel it like this. I have to do this. I should not continue. It's not good for Holland. I respect that, and I'm really happy that Hugo de Jonge, the guy you see next to him, is prepared to take his tasks when it goes to attacking the corona crisis. Next to his normal work, he will be the one leading the approach to the corona crisis. We are going to make sure there is a replacement for Minister Bruno Bruins for all his other tasks, but for the corona crisis, from now on, Hugo de Jonge is responsible. of course together with all the members of the cabinet.
Vanuit VWS wordt daar de leiding in verzorgd en dat zal Hugo nu overnemen. Ik ben heel blij dat hij bereid is dat te doen.
Is willing to do so. I'm very happy about that. And as soon as possible we'll let you know who will replace Minister Bruno Bruins. Because it's important that the ministers are here. I want to thank Hugo de Jonge, the guy. There was so much work that he already was a great support for the minister who just resigned. The coming months,
Hugo de Jonge als hoofdverantwoordelijke voor het bestrijden van de crisis.
He will be head responsible for attacking the crisis. And within that, we focus on elderly care.
Ook vanuit de ziekenhuissector en vanuit
also
de
from
medische zorg,
hospital branch,
dat
medical care, that emergency
weken en maanden naast
care.
de jongen leiding aan kan geven. Maar nogmaals, de jongen.
He's, I'm not sure I said it the right way. He wants to make sure that there's also someone next to Hugo de Jonge, who you see here, because basically he's now doing the job for two.
Jonge als hoofdverantwoordelijke voor de bestrijding van de crisis en er komt een vervanger op die portefeuille. We hopen dat heel snel te kunnen meedelen.
There will be a replacement, and we hope to tell you about that soon. A replacement for in Holland we call it a portefeuille. It means the wallet of a minister. So someone to fill the shoes of the minister who just resigned.
Dan was er vandaag
een
today van
there was a crisis commission meeting.
Ministeriële commissie. Ik wil hier, nu we hier bij elkaar zijn, in de
now
eerste
that we're
plaats
here together,
melden.
First of all, I want to report.
Dat we natuurlijk allemaal zeer bedroefd zijn over het feit dat er
I want to tell you, I am very sad that more people have died of the coronavirus. 18 people in this country in the past 24 hours. It makes the total amount at 76 today.
Onze gedachten gaan
Our
onverminderd
thoughts
uit naar de
go
nabestaanden en we realiseren ons
to their loved
dat
ones.
voor heel veel
We
mensen, heel
realize
veel
that
gezinnen
for
en
a lot of
families en
people and
nabestaanden
families,
een heel erg moeilijke
this is a
tijd is.
very difficult time.
Ik wil hier ook nog een keer Nederland
I
oproepen.
also
Hou je aan
again
alle
want to
voorschriften.
call
Ik
up
doe
in
dat bij
Holland to keep the rules intact,
iedere gelegenheid. En we zullen daar ook de komende dagen nog weer extra
to follow the rules.
aandacht aan besteden aan de komende weken. Het is
I have to put more attention towards this the
ontzettend
coming
belangrijk. En dat zijn de bekende
weeks.
dingen van niet handen schudden en in je
It's
mouw
the
niezen
known
en
things
gebruik een
like
papieren zakdoek.
shaking hands, sneezing in your elbow, using a paper towel.
En als je snottert, dan blijf je binnen.
If you have a snot coming out of your nose, stay inside.
Al die zaken, maar in het bijzonder ook
Everything.
vragen.
But in particular, I want to ask your
afstand.
attention for the 1.5 meters distance between one another.
1,5 meter afstand leidt tot een enorme afname van het risico dat dat virus wordt overgedragen.
The 1.5 meter distance will lead to a significant lower risk of transferring the virus from one person to the other. So guys, if there is one of you, because what I see in the parks, on the streets, people having fun together, and that's fine. It's okay, but keep that distance, 1.5 meter. If you are sporting together, if you are walking together, keep 1.5 meter distance. Because the chance that if you have the virus, that you will transfer it to another person, if you keep that distance, the risk will be low. So we are continuing with this the coming times. Important with this is also that you stay at home when you have a cold. It helps because if we do all of this, we can as a society protect the vulnerable and beat this virus or minimize the virus. Terugdringen. We can attack the virus. We really need everyone, and still I notice this morning I was in a supermarket. I talked to stock fillers, people who put new products in the shop. A boy said to me, we are filling up the stocks, we are working, but people bend over my shoulder to grab a product. They are really standing, breathing in your neck. Then I just cough extremely hard to keep them away from me. He doesn't have corona, of course, but in hope that they will fear that he has it, so they will keep distance. Then they actually go back. They have to put crates among themselves to create that distance. And in this, you see that as a society, we haven't internalized how important that 1.5 meter distance is. So do it, I want to say to everyone.
Hugo de Jonge het woord geven over de verdere besluitvorming in de MCCB van vanmiddag.
Dankjewel. Giving over to the
terugtreden van Bruno.
Minister. He's also addressing the matter of the minister who resigned. We all saw the images of him falling down during the debate. We called with him, exchanged thoughts about how sad it is, but for now it's the only wise decision to take. For him also, health comes first. All the time. Always. Bruno has given everything, Minister Bruno, to lead Holland through the crisis. He did everything possible within his power.
Namens al die hardwerkende collega's op het ministerie van Volksgezondheid.
On behalf of all his colleagues,
zeg ik hen daarvoor
for whom it's a big shock, I tell him thank you.
Is er heel veel aandacht geweest voor
the past
van ouderen en
times,
andere kwetsbare mensen.
There's been a lot of attention towards the protection of elderly and other vulnerable people. This is good. It's important that people know there's a group that we have to protect from the virus. All the measurements we take, also the severe ones that can be very meaningful in daily life, very determining for daily life. They are pointed towards their safety. And today we needed to take a very severe measurement. Because especially because the elderly are so vulnerable, we decided that all the nursery homes and small home institutions for elderly, we lock the doors for all the visitors and all people besides the ones that are necessary for their health. In nursery homes, people live whose last phase in life has started. That makes this measurement so big, so severe, and so consequential. Of course, they need to be able to say goodbyes to their loved ones. Therefore, the institutions that take care of people who are terminal, who are about to die, for them we want to make it possible that they can see their beloved ones. The severe measurements we didn't take lightly. We took it on advice of a specialist in elderly care. After consulting the General Health Organization and the branch organizations in elderly care, we took this decision. It is in line with the outbreak management team, the line of limiting contacts, and in particular limiting visitations. In line with this advice, everywhere in health care, their organizations are taking measurements to protect vulnerable.
Gegeven de toenemende risico's voor kwetsbare ouderen in de verpleeghuizen heeft
giving the progressing I'm sorry, I have to rewind.
Beperken van bezoek aan kwetsbare personen. En in lijn met datzelfde advies worden overal in de zorg maatregelen genomen om kwetsbare mensen te beschermen. Gegeven de toenemende risico's voor kwetsbare ouderen in de
giving the progressive risks in for the elderly.
Verpleeghuizen heeft de praktijk in
nursery homes
en Limburg laten zien dat een beperking van het bezoek
there are 2 nursery homes in 2 provinces of this country in the south. They took measurements on their own to prevent infections there.
Andere plekken in Nederland worden de deuren voor bezoekers al
also on other places, nursery homes are taking the matter in their own hands. They're already closing.
Maatregelen nodig.
Given the situation, we need severe measurements. We need big steps.
En opnieuw moeten we nu een ingrijpende maatregel nemen.
And again, it's the case now, and it touches upon everyone.
Dat kan even niet meer.
No visitors.
Maar natuurlijk moeten
it's
we
not
wel
possible.
contact blijven houden.
But of course, we need to keep in contact. And it's heartwarming to see how nursery homes are taking care of them being able to get in contact with their loved ones. There's a lot of calling going on. They introduced Skype, video calling. And the normal phone, that invention of a couple of years ago, it's a possibility to keep that normal contact. And there's more creativity there. And I think that creativity is needed. Creativity. Measurements you take with common sense, but you do them with a warm heart. So that the people we love are protected.
Okay, dank u wel. Eerste live.
Okay. This is it. And afterwards, journalists are asking questions. Just a late update that I read before doing this. The intensive care departments are in some places getting full. What they are doing is they are transferring corona patients to different hospitals to make sure that in all the regions of Holland there is enough space for potential new patients to enter the intensive care. Okay. Let me know if this was useful for you and if I should continue doing this. I hope it was, and I'll be happy to do so.